Hello, my name is Robert Steck. Thank you for considering me for the job of library manager at the Tinley Park Public Library. Today I'd like to tell you about a proposal for a tech room. Uh, the new library. Libraries exist to serve the community. Uh, in society today, technology has become a very important, integral part of both the library and everyday life. What we're calling the corner of creativity would satisfy the needs of the people who want to access that technology. Uh, Many people cannot afford things like a computer or Wi-Fi or more niche and advanced things like 3D printers or even like a laminating machine. And if the library has these things, people would use them. There's really unlimited possibilities with a makerspace slash tech room. You can have everything from 3D printers to cry-cut machines to high power computers, photography classes where you can borrow cameras and use high end software to edit your computers, and even laser engravers like the Glowforge, which most people would never think to use or buy. So some of the goals for the corner of creativity it would be within the next 3 months of the start of the program, we want to research and create a list of new technologies, create and implement a community survey on the needs and wants of the patrons and the community, and approach the library board for interest in the corner to be housed within the library. Next, within the next 6 months, plan and determine the space and the necessary furniture, narrowing down specific equipment for purchase and design a floor plan of the for the library for the creativity corner. Um, During the following 6 to 9 months after uh, you secure the space, we want to narrow down which pieces of technology will be purchased, uh, create a list of supplies needed for those technologies, things like resin and filament for 3D printers, um, materials for cry cut machines, materials for a glow forge if that's something that is purchased. We need to update the library's user policy information and determine the needs for staff training, and also find knowledgeable people within the community to help support the endeavor. And then within the next fiscal budget, so next year, secure and rearrange the space that's been secured in the library to fit the needed furniture and purchase two to four of the new and unique technologies chosen from community input. Uh, and they will be acquired via money allocated in the budget as well as from grants and donations. Um, the timeline for this is to first create a presentation to the library board, which would include types of technology and its uses in the proposed budget. Without the support of the library board, there's no way we could even start doing this. Create a display including projects that can be made and build interest for the corner of creativity. Again, without community support, this would not be successful. And by creating a display, we will it's basically advertisement. We want to create a survey to gather the thoughts of the community and find out ideas about the new initiative of the corner of creativity. We also need to research grants and solicit donations to help with the budget. Um, The use of the data, we need to use the data collected from the survey to decide what technologies to purchase and what would be utilized most often. We need to contact local experts on the technology and secure their help with brainstorming ideas for future projects and training the staff of the library. We need to update or create a technological user plan for the corner of creativity. There's probably most likely already one in place, but with hands-on technology, it's going to need to be updated. And the board will be continued to be updated as new information about the corner appears and as we get more expertise on it. While we are securing the technology, we need to do an audit of the library's furniture and space to find both the furniture and the space needed for the corner of creativity. If we can find the furniture already in the library not being used, it will save us on the budget and we can purchase more technology. Once the technology arrives, we're going to need to start staff training on the use of the new technology, and that's where the community experts can come in, because there's probably nobody in the library that is an expert on these technologies, but there are probably plenty of people in the community who are experts just through their own hobbies, and I'm sure they'd be willing to help. When the training is complete, we need to plan and hold a series of events to introduce the corner to the public. By doing that, we can create excitement for the project, as well as show people what they can do with the new technology. We can choose a project and hold weekly or monthly events that people can come in and do the project and enjoy themselves. The use of local experts is important because they already have the expertise to utilize and show off the technology, and if you have experts doing it in front of the public, it will generate enthusiasm for the technology. And then while the patrons are using the technologies, we're going to do an ongoing assessment. We need to have the employees running the center collect data on what's being used and how, and then ask the patrons to fill out a survey rating their experience with the staff and the technology. And then also survey the patrons after each event to gauge their interest in the event and the chosen projects, and create ideas for future events and chosen projects. And then we're going to use the data to create a presentation for the board about the implementation, how the implementation is going, and how the public is responding. The corner of creativity outcomes that we would hope to see are things like increasing the involvement of local community in the library. The libraries are very important assets to the community, but many people do not realize what they hold. They just think that, oh, that's where you can go to rent books, borrow books. But libraries are more than that. They allow people who can't afford it to have internet access, to have access to computers, printers, copy machines. They have technology that old technologies that most people wouldn't have anymore, that still might be useful in some locations, like a fax machine. They allow people to educate themselves on new skills, and that's what one of the reasons for the corner of creativity, or a makerspace in general, would be so people can learn new skills. It also reduces the environmental impact to the community, because you have technologies available for people to use that they might buy but not utilize enough to justify owning themselves, and that means less of that technology will have to be made. So if libraries all over had these, people would not have to use things like, when I have to buy things like a laminator or a Glowforge, or even maybe even high-end computers, and that's going to, in the long run, help the environment by keeping things like that out of landfills, as well as saving on um, rare materials that are difficult to find, like platinum or gold. And the last thing, uh, that there's an outcome for the makerspace is to give a platform to community members who are experts in the technology, allow them to come in and use their expertise and show other people what they can do with this technology. Once again, my name is Robert Steck, and I appreciate you considering me for the job of library manager at the Tinley Park Public Library.